Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different, something I've never really done before, but something that I really want to do more of because I just think it's quite a nice little way of doing things and I love watching these videos. But I thought I'd do like a little reading style vlog. So this weekend I've got a lot of free time basically. I don't actually have any plans other than going out Saturday night. It's currently Friday, I've just got home from work. It's like I'm looking at my wrist like I have my watch on. It's currently about 5:30. I just wanted to have a weekend doing nice little reading things. There's a few things I want to get done. I've got an art read to finish. I'm halfway through a better read that I need to finish. I've got some new releases that I'm really excited to read. And there's also another one that I want to try and find because I can't get it. So hopefully a little bit of book shopping as well. So that's my plan. I'm just going to be doing bookish stuff and I just thought I'd take you along with me. I've also got a lot of new books, so I'm going to have to rearrange my shelves again. So I thought we could do that together too. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if you wanted to see any of my like sort of written reviews, things like that, they're all on my social medias, which are also linked in the description box below. Let's get on with doing bookish things. So the first thing I want to do realistically is finish my ARC read because I'm like 80% through. It's a book called The Spectre. It comes out on the 21st of April, I want to say. And I'm really enjoying it so far and I really want to finish it. But in saying that, I also really want to get this read. So this is Powerful by Lauren Roberts, which is like the novella to Powerless. Now, if you've watched my March reads, Powerless is my first 5-star read of the year, so I have high expectations for this book. But yeah, so I bought the sprayed edges version. I then came home to find a parcel at my door, and my lovely friend Chloe had actually ordered me the book. So now I have a normal version and the sprayed edges version, which means I can stack them like this on my bookshelf, which brings me so much joy because I was having a proper like debate on which way around to store it. But now I can do both. And it also means that I can read one without damaging the sprayed edges, which I really like. I do think I'm going to read this today, to be honest. It's really sunny outside. I'm really excited. I love the sunshine and I've literally been stuck in my teeny little room at work all day. So in all honesty, I think I'm just going to go and sit in the park and read my book for an hour and then I'll probably come home and finish it. But I just want to be outside. It's not far from where I live anyway. So I'm going to have a wander over and read my book. So let's go. So I've stayed at the park for about 45 minutes, but it is getting a bit cold now that the sun's going down, so I'm going to start making my way home. I really enjoyed that. I'm really glad I did it, and I was a bit nervous when my AirPods died, but to be honest, I'm really glad they did, because just sitting here and listening to the birds was so peaceful, and definitely something I needed after this week at work. So yeah, I'm really glad it happened that way, to be honest. But now I'm going to walk home. So it's now a few hours later. I came back, made some food. I've had some chicken and vegetable rice. It was really tasty, if I do say so myself. My plan now for the rest of the evening is I'm going to finish the ARC read. So I'm going to finish The Spectre, and that's by A.K. Draven. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm about 80% through because I'm reading that on my Kindle. And I'm like reading Powerful, but I'm thinking about Spectre because it's like just getting to the peak of the story where like everything's starting to fall into place. So I'm going to finish that one first and then we'll go over my thoughts on that very quickly. And then I'm going to pick Powerful back up and finish that. Well, not finish, probably won't finish it today, but I'm at least going to make a good start in it and then hopefully finish it tomorrow. That's my plan. Let's see how we get on. So I've just finished The Spectre. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Like, I honestly didn't think I was going to like it. Like, when I first started reading it, the first chapter was actually really difficult to read. And I'd said to my partner, I was just like, I don't know if I can read this. And he was like, if you're not enjoying it, just don't read it. And I was like, no, I'm going to stick it out, see how I feel. We'll reevaluate at like 20%. And then after that first chapter, I was absolutely fine. Like at the beginning, I think it's a little bit difficult in that there's a lot of characters that are introduced at once, so it takes minutes to sort of piece together who's who. But once I'd got my head around that, I was so like involved in the story. I loved that. Like, I loved that book. That was so enjoyable. Like, there's a lot of spice, like a lot of spice, and there's a lot of like quite difficult content. So I would definitely read the trigger warnings before you read it. Like, I don't want to ruin it, but definitely read the trigger warnings. It was just such a good book. I just really enjoyed it. Like, the more I sit and think about it, the more I actually really enjoyed that book. I highly recommend you get your hands on this book. If you like a spicy book and you don't mind some dark content, absolutely read The Spectre. Is it mafia? It's technically mafia, I'd say. It's like morally grey, touch when you die kind of vibes. There's a lot of like fighting, a lot of shooting and stuff, like a lot of dead. But also like a lot of spice and a lot of romance, and like the two main characters are so, it's like a second chance romance as well. But it's definitely a possessive male main character, which I really like in a book. I love that, to be honest. I love that vibe. I highly recommend that book. Definitely get your hands on that. 21st of April, get it. So now I am going to jump back into Powerful. I'm only like 35 pages in. I didn't actually read much at the park at all, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting cozy and diving into this properly now that I can kind of focus on just the one book. I'm going to sit here for the rest of my evening, eat some chocolate because I've still got some Easter chocolate, so I'm going to sit and eat some chocolate, and I'm going to sit and fully get into Powerful. I also want to know, and I'm hoping it covers it in this book, how she ended up where she did at the end of Powerless. So let's get reading. So it's now Saturday morning. I didn't actually read for very long last night. I got really tired and literally just passed out on the sofa. So I am now I'm off to the works. I'm gonna go see if I can find Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I'm gonna try and be strict to not get anything else, but I'm not gonna make that promise because it's not gonna happen. It's me and I love books. But yeah, so let's go to the works. Okay, so I just got back from the works and I may have bought a couple of books. As you can see in the clip, I did manage to get my hands on Elsie Silver's new book. Now, I am so excited to read this book. So, from what I can gather, I am assuming, so our main male character is Ford Grant. Now, if I remember correctly, Willa's last name is Grant. So, is this Willa's brother? Is this his story? Because if so, I am on board. I am totally down for that. That I literally know nothing about this book. I've seen a few people have got a hold of it and started reading it and stuff, but I have not heard anything about it. So I am so excited to get into that one. I may have also bought one of Lucy Score's books. So this is Things We Left Behind. In my head, this was book 2. I have book 1 here. This is not book 2. This is book 3. So I'm going to have to try and find book 2 now because it's going to really bug me having book 1 and book 3. But that's fine. We can just buy book 2. But yeah, I again know nothing about these. I just know they're spicy and everybody's been raving about them. So I now have book 3. So the last book that I picked up was Filthy Rich Vampire. Now, I've seen a lot of people raving about this book, and yeah, I know nothing about it. I've had a quick read at the back. I think it's like a fake dating kind of situation. I am quite excited to read this one. It's probably going to be relatively high up on my reading list because I'm into fantasy at the moment, and this sounds like quite a light-hearted one, maybe. Maybe not. New dangers emerge. So I think like the main male character like says he'll protect her if she'll pretend to be his partner so that he can avoid like the marriage setting up sort of situation. But yeah, so I'm definitely excited to read that. Now, I do have a lot of new books and no shelf space, so I thought I would try and arrange my shelves a little. Let's organise all of my bookshelves. So these are all the new books that I've got to try and make fit on here. So I literally have this like one shelf that's free, and the rest I'm gonna have to just try and make fit. this is what they're looking like now. I'm quite chuffed that I actually managed to get them all to fit, to be honest. Okay, I've got about 3 hours probably, 2.5 hours maybe before I have to start getting ready to go out, hence the hair in the heatless curlers because I can't be bothered to do anything with it, and I've just got the shower, so we're going to ignore the hair. I thought I'd just sort of catch you up on where I am in Powerful. So I have read the first 7 chapters. So far I'm really enjoying it. It's quite interesting to see Adina's side of things. When the book starts, Payden's like already gone, she's already been chosen for the trial, so it's just literally, it jumps straight into how she's doing on her own. There's a boy, Mac, he's already been like super protective of her, so they've made a deal. So she makes him an outfit, so he can break into the castle and say goodbye to somebody who's going into the trials, and in return he'll like supply her with food and water and he'll help protect her and things. But there's already been like a bit of an accident where she's tried to go home. There's been these people there that have been like shouting at her and chasing her and things like that, and he's got really protective and has gone and like sorted it out, so she's now staying with him. There's that sort of like hidden tension, so like they're both having these little moments of like, oh damn, like they've got me here. But neither of them are like admitting to it yet. But yeah, I am really enjoying it. It's a super easy read, so I'm gonna sit here for the next couple of hours at least and try and get another good chunk of this done, if not finish it. So I'm gonna get to reading and I will catch up with you if either something exciting happens or just when I finish with today's chunk of reading. I've just got to chapter 11, so I'm just under halfway through at the moment. We've just got to like a bit of a sad point in the book. It's the day of their mission, so they're meant to be going to the castle today so that he could see his friend and Adina could see Payden, but now it's got to the point in Powerless, because the books are happening at the same time, so it's got to the point in Powerless where Payden sent for Adina to come and be a seamstress to make her dresses for the balls and things. So Adina's now going to the castle, but she went to go and say bye before she went, so she's gone over to Mac and been like, oh my god, guess what's happening, I'm going to the castle, see you there, sort of thing. And he's like lost his head because he was actually using her to get to the castle basically. He's very annoyed, but she's also obviously quite heartbroken because it's just turned out somebody that she's been friends with for the past like few weeks has actually just been using her. I do really feel for Adina. Like, I just feel like all the way through this book, all the way through Powerless, she just deserves so much better. Like, she just has such a shit time. I mean, if you've read Powerless, you know what happens, but I hope she at least has a bit of happiness before that. So let's keep reading. Right, I'm now on chapter 17 and it's just such a sweet story. I was trying to do this as a non-spoiler thing, but I can't. So they've made up. He didn't end up saving his friend and he instead came to apologise and missed an opportunity to save his friend, and in turn they die. But she's then obviously gone back to comfort him and they've made up, but they're now friends. It's so cute, just like watching their relationship sort of develop over her going to visit him, like going backwards and forwards from the castle and things. They just created such a little like lovely relationship, and they've kissed. They finally kissed, and it was just so sweet. And I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely loving this, and I'm gonna be so sad because there's literally like 50 pages left. I'm not mentally prepared to finish this book because it's just so sweet and I'm actually enjoying it so much, and I know obviously Adina's ending. So I'm going to finish the last 50 pages and then I'm going to get back to you on my final thoughts. I am not okay. The ending of Powerless was like, it all happened but then it like distracted you from it, whereas this doesn't do that. Like, Payden's reaction to the ending of Powerless is difficult enough, but having Adina's and Mac's perspective of the ending, I am not okay. I am not okay. That book is amazing. I did really enjoy that book. It has absolutely broke my heart, but it's just so sweet. Like, it's so cute and so happy, and then the ending is just truly heartbreaking. And it's like the whole way through the book you know it's coming, but you still just get so invested to literally just want to cry at the end. So yeah, I finished my book. I don't really know what to do with myself now. I now need to go and get ready because I'm going out, but I'm just really sad. I'm just really sad now. to be honest. Like, what do you do with yourself after that? I'm going to go and try and cheer myself up after that, so have a good evening. It's now actually Sunday, and I just wanted to sort of finish this video off. I just wanted to quickly jump on first and show you 2 new books that I've received this morning. So my lovely friend Faye has bought me this one. So this is A Feather So Black. I've been looking at this book for literally months, and I've been dying to get it and just haven't been able to justify getting it, basically, because it's not the cheapest. It was £19. I've literally been looking at it in Waterstones for ages. Just, it's so pretty. Like, is that not the most stunning book you've ever laid eyes on? Like, it's gorgeous. So yeah, Faye bought me that, and I'm super grateful. And then my partner Dan has also bought me the special edition Verity. So this has that additional chapter in. Verity is one of my all-time favourite books. I read it last year, and it's kind of the book that got me back into reading. So I am obsessed with this book, and I am so excited to finally get around to reading that additional chapter. But I am going to read it start to finish before I read that, just because I want to get the full effect of it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this, and super grateful for Dan for buying me this one as well. I just want to like sort of wrap this video up. So I had a lovely time last night, went out with a few friends, drank far too many Cosmos. I was feeling a little bit rough this morning. As you can see in the last few clips, I just had a nice lazy day in bed reading, spent some time with Dan. We've watched some TV. He's read some of his book while I've been reading mine. It's just been a really lovely morning. But I did take to Instagram to help me decide which book to choose. So my options were Powerless by Elsie Silver and ACOMAF by Sarah J Maas. And as you can see in the clip, it was Sarah J Maas that won. So I am currently on chapter 21. I'm sort of halfway through it. I stopped halfway through a chapter because I'm weird like that. I never do that. That drives me crazy. But yeah, so for those who have read it, just so you've got an idea of where I am, we're no longer at the Spring Court. She is elsewhere by choice. Like, she asked for help. Well, no, she didn't. She encased herself in a little bit of darkness and was taken elsewhere, but by choice, sort of thing. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying not to spoil it, but yeah, she's currently learning lots of new things and learning to control her new abilities and things like that, and going on little quests with her new friends. I hope that kind of makes sense for those that have read the book already. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far, and I am going to do some more reading tonight and over the next few days, because I am really enjoying this book. So yeah, I feel like this has been a very productive weekend. We've finished my ARC read. That is actually going up the day this is released, so do be sure to go and check out The Spectre. It is a great book and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've also read Powerful, and I really enjoyed that one as well. And we've made a good chunk into ACOMAF. We have reorganised my shelves. It's been a very productive weekend. I am very impressed with myself, actually. That's everything for this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really does help me out. And if you want to check out any of my other social medias, they are all in the description box below. I really hope you're well and you've had a great weekend, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.